Hi, Vlogalog. So I guess we're kind of doing like a year interview, but like for personal stuff of what we're doing. So for me, last year I was going into my junior year at college. I was getting ready about this time to. Oh no, I had already bought about this time and scheduled, or at least was planning on buying my CLEP exam for Spanish. So that way, because I was literally getting to the point where it's like, I need to take it this semester because if I don't get far enough that I have to take Spanish classes, I'd rather start next semester and have enough time to get through to whatever level I need to, than risk becoming a second year senior and adding more to the amount I owe for school. So I was planning on that. Still doing YouTube. Though I don't think as regularly as I do now, but that's only because I do it as regularly as I do before Vlogalog, which I need to fix on my other channels, but that's something I'm currently working on. I was actually at a pretty good place about this time last year because I was like, it's the second to last year. I'm good. I'm taking all the classes I need to. It was about I think that semester was the last semester I had to take anything that wasn't English. And I think I had one class that wasn't an English class. I'm trying to remember what it was. I think I had one or two classes that weren't English classes. I think one of them was a philosophy class. But yeah, so I still had non English classes to take. I was still, as far as I was aware at that point, still had that year and then a full year before I graduated. So I was still thinking I was going to graduate in the next spring. I was doing YouTube and figuring stuff out there, and yeah, and things were pretty decent, pretty good. So that was going in my favor. Now fast forward a year, I am actually in my last semester of school. I graduate this fall because I passed the CLEP exam to the amount of credits I needed and realized I only had about 10 classes left that I needed to take before I could graduate. And if I could do that in 2 semesters versus 3, that would be good, especially seeing as I tend to try and take 15 credits a semester over 12, because if I'm at 12, I feel okay, and like I'm just barely meeting enough that I feel like I'm getting challenged with the amount of coursework I'll have. But at 15, I feel like a definite challenge, and I'm not like wasting the time going to school, but that's just personally where I'm at. Like 15's a decent course load for me. It is definitely this is going to be slightly a bit of a challenge, but it'll be fun and it's not going to overwork me. So it just worked out that I was able to take the last of the classes I needed to. And now I am, and it's nice to be in that place, but at the same time, it's a little terrifying because I'm kind of like in the same state Alex is, except a little bit more accelerated, but still trying to place track and figure out where it's going to go. I think Alex might, though I can't say for sure, he might have more of a like a plan or like an outline for where his track should go. Whereas mine is basically anywhere I decide to put it, and deciding where to put it is the problem. Because graduation is so close, I have to figure out what I want to do after graduation to actually sustain life and make enough money to live on while I work on the next great American novel, or however anyone wants to put it, while trying to be an author. So because being an author takes time and you don't get paid for the process, you get paid for the result. I have to wait, or I have to figure out something, and there are a lot of options out there for me that I am more than willing to take, but that might be part of the problem. So I'm still trying to figure out where as far as that part of my life is going, and it's kind of a little freaking out. There's a decent amount of freaking out going about that because it's really hard to try to be like, but what do I do? Especially when for a lot of people, like the immediate answer is like, well, what do you really want to do? Or or not the immediate answer, the question they asked to help you figure it out is like, well, what do you want to do with your life? And I already have that answer. I already have the one thing I really want to do, the one career I am set on trying to make. But like I said, that one gets paid for the final result, not the process. So I need to I need to get something that pays me for processes and stuff. So that's fun figuring out. But other than that, at this point, I've just been figuring out other YouTube stuff because of the chaoticness of my life for like the past year. I want to say since about last December, probably. Of school and personal life and all these things and figuring out where life exactly is going to go. I've really kind of dropped the ball on my YouTube stuff, sort of, except for Vloglog. When I started picking that up, that actually has been helping me get better at figuring out where I want what I want to do on YouTube and figuring out how to structure it and like kind of helping also place a time frame for me of, oh, I'm doing one video a week, but here's how many videos I could do a week and like how to frame them and stuff and figure out time management and things. So Vloglogs helped with that, which is really good because my time management isn't always the best. But yeah, so I've been thinking on that, and hopefully within the next week or two, I'll definitely get the ball rolling on a couple of those things. Since I've gotten most everything set up for it that I should, I just have to work on some things. So hopefully I'll have more of a YouTube presence in the next couple of weeks. That'll get built up in the next year, and as far as I see it, that's probably the only surefire thing that's going to be in my life in the next year is YouTube. Because everything else is just kind of like, it might land where it may, but I'm trying to figure out where I want to make it try to land. Gotta figure out where I'm going to paint that giant X on the ground as a target to land on. So we'll see where that goes. That's about all I have in my little review thing. So until next week, Vlog. See ya.